Morning everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today is a really exciting day because I'm heading up to Sheffield and I'm training with GB boxer Lauren Price, who is Commonwealth champion, and she is giving me a few hints and tips of how to really up my boxing game. Now, by the time this vlog comes out, I will have already done my fight, and fingers crossed that goes well. Honestly, I have no idea how that's gonna go. But it's been embargoed until then, but I still thought it might be useful to give you a bit of an insight into how she trains, how I train, and also like how I got into boxing, how you can get into boxing, how it's possible like across the country or even across the world to like start up a sport such as boxing. So I'm gonna take you along with me and hopefully she can give you some really interesting tips. So we just arrived at the training facility in Sheffield, and as per usual I'm hiding in the bathroom, but I promise it is for a good reason. This is a regular occurrence in all of my vlogs. We have just been given a kit drop. These leg trackies here say Team GB on them. For anyone who watches me box in them will be a massive shock because obviously I'm not Team GB, but it's such a cool kit drop and I do feel very cool wearing them. We also got gifted these amazing shoes, which are absolutely beautiful. I'm going to be wearing these for the training and then put on my boxing boots for the actual boxing. I'm excited. Don't know how much filming I'm going to be able to do in there, but I will try and do as much as I possibly can, I promise. Of GB Boxing, where we've just been doing a training day, as hopefully you will have seen, and I'm here to introduce you to one of GB's best boxers. Can you introduce yourself to the camera?
Hi, my name's Lauren Price. I'm a boxer Team GB and I'm ranked number 3rd in the world.
Pretty damn cool. And so how long have you been boxing for and how did you get into it?
I started kickboxing when I was 8. Travel around the world, become 4-time world kickboxing champion, European champion, British champion. I was obviously playing football as well for my country, for Wales, so I was quite high internationally in that, 52 caps. At the age of 16, I had an assessment I had a phone call of the Welsh coach asking me to go down to Safari Gardens in Cardiff and have a trial basically for the Welsh boxing team.
Amazing.
And, yeah, I went down there and 2 weeks later, I was going to the World Youth Championships.
That's insane.
Yeah, it was pretty mad. And I medalled up there, come away with a bronze, but my fight got stopped with 10 seconds to go because I had a nosebleed and I was beating the world number 1.
No. So, can you not at that point say, you know, I want to continue, like this is going to go well, but they just stop it?
It's down to the doctor's decision.
Oh, okay, yeah, like head injury.
So yeah, so it was pretty mad. Like I come back and I was still playing football and kickboxing, and then I signed up to a local club, Gethy Gay Boxing Gym, from around by me, and I was going down to the squad training like every other weekend in Wales, and at 17 obviously I turned senior, and I went to my first European Championships in Wales, and I come away with a bronze medal.
Amazing.
So I hadn't had that many bouts, and club bouts I had about 4, and I stopped them all in the first round, so most of my boxing had come from international boxing away. In 2014 I was boxing, playing football, and I had the opportunity to go to the Commonwealth Games. Colin Jones, the Welsh coach, he said to me, oh, you're going to have to decide what you're going to do, whether I want to take a career in football or boxing, because I was training 3 times a day with boxing and trying to play football, and it was just, when you're at an elite level, it was just too much. So I had the opportunity to go to Glasgow, and I thought if it doesn't work out I can always go back to playing football or whatever. So I went to the Commonwealth Games in Glasgow at the age of 20, and I won a bronze medal. I was very unlucky in the semi-final, lost to the 2-time world champion on a split decision.
That's understandable.
Yeah,
it's fair enough.
So then I come away from there, and I was just enjoying myself as boxing full time with Wales. But it's obviously hard because the funding's not there, so I had to work as well. So it's pretty tough.
So you're saying you were competing at a high level in multiple sports, and yet you had to continue working at the same time because the funding wasn't there available for women's sports. Is that right?
I basically was a taxi driver on the weekends. So
that's insane.
I'd work like long hours, so I'd do my training, and I could work like Friday and Saturday night as well, and I'd start work at like 5 and finish at like 4 o'clock in the morning. So, and right now, like training up here three times a day, being your job, you just don't know yourself, because to go back and think like, oh, I gotta go to work on the weekends, I think I could do it now with the training.
Yeah, of course.
Because it just drains you and takes
well, if you guys think that I do a lot of training, this is just something else, and that is basically my full-time job, so I don't know how you do it. What was it that made you decide to do boxing over? What is it that you love about boxing?
I just love the training, and you just get an adrenaline rush. Like obviously, like with football and that, you know, it's the same, like you win in and whatever, and you win as a team, but when you're in the ring, and like I said, it's the same as if you lose as well, you lose on your own. When you're in the ring, you're in there on your own, and I've had some ups and downs, but I've had more ups, and it's just like the adrenaline rush, and there's nothing like it. And obviously walking out in front of like Commonwealth Games in Australia, I won gold, and walking out representing your country and standing on top of the podium as international anthem, there's nothing like it.
Amazing. And speaking of your training, you say you train 3 times a day. What does your general training week look like? How many rest days do you get, and what sort of sessions do you fit in?
So basically, I travel up here on a Monday from obviously Wales, takes me 3.5 hours in the car, I know. Get here and we do like technical boxing sessions, so we'll do 6 rounds tech sparring, and then I'll go straight downstairs and do an S&C session, so that could take up to like 2.5 hours.
Strength and conditioning.
Yeah, sorry, strength and conditioning. So that will be my Monday, and then on a Tuesday, then like today, I woke up, we'll have speed sessions, so we wake up, we're on the scales, because we've got to weigh in every day, because obviously we've got to make weight, and weight targets, and we weigh in at 7 o'clock in the morning, and then we go down to the track or on the bowl, and the S&C coaches put a run together, whether we're doing speed, or we might do like 5-3s fartlek run, or 3-3s flat out.
So that's not on the bag, that's your own
running.
Speed work.
Speed work, running, and then I finish running, go back to the house, have my breakfast, I might have like an hour nap, and then I'm back in the gym then for say like 11 o'clock, either doing technical session, which is like bags, pads, just working on stuff like shadowing or whatever you want to work on, you one-to-one with the coaches. And then in the afternoon I'll have my sparring, so I might do 6 rounds of sparring, and then finish off on the bags after sparring, so altogether you're looking at like 8-9 rounds in the afternoon.
Okay, so that's a lot of training. How much do you have to eat to be able to do all of this training?
Well, I'm quite lucky actually, because I don't struggle with my weight, but obviously like some of them on the programme as well, you obviously got to make weight.
Yeah.
So it's hard to try and train flat out, but also make weight, so you can't take a lot of like carbs in and stuff like that. So
okay, so are most people trying to go down to a particular weight?
Yeah, so they obviously got to watch what they're eating, and training, and you'll see a lot of them with like sweatsuits, like not sweatsuits, but sweat jackets on after on the bikes, sweating out, because obviously they're going to make the weight target for the next day, or if they go into competition, obviously go away in. So
you're one particular weight category. What I actually don't know the different categories.
Yeah, so I'm quite lucky. I am. I weigh like, I walk around like 72 kilo, and the box is 75. So for me, I like to fight the heavy girls because the way I box, I'm more technical in and out, my speed, my footwork.
Yeah, you've got that advantage of being a little bit quicker.
Yeah. So I box in.
Yeah, I'm always the lighter one.
The lighter, yeah. So I box in the middleweight category, but yeah, a lot of them are obviously like gotta lose. If we go away, they might have to lose up to like 3-4 kilo or whatever to make weight.
So what do you have planned for the future then? Like what's coming up for you?
Well, I got obviously the European Games now in I think it's like 4 weeks time out in Belarus. So I'm looking to do really well there and obviously pick up a medal. I'd love to win gold. And then I got the in October later on in the year I got the World Championships to qualify for Tokyo.
Amazing.
So that's the big. Obviously, since I was a little girl, my dream have always been to go to the Olympic Games, and that's personally one of the biggest reasons why I switched over, obviously, from kickboxing to boxing. Yeah. Because it's not an Olympic sport. Yeah. And same as give up football really because I've always wanted to go to the Olympics. That's a pretty cool aim, everyone. Watch that. So thank you so much for chatting to us. Good luck with the matches and everything. Thank you very much. Hope it goes really well. Thank you. Thank you. I just arrived back in London and I've been unpacking all of my stuff on the bed. Today was such a cool day. It was actually really cool to see how Lauren herself trains and what that actually involves, because I already knew boxing was intense as a sport, but I had no idea how much they actually have to train to be able to get fighting fit. I thought I was training a lot. A lot of you guys have asked how you get into boxing, you know, in the first place, and if you did actually want to do fights or you know, start training with the view to doing fights in the future, how you actually go about doing that. And I put this question to her after I stopped recording, annoyingly, and she basically said the best thing to do is to find a local boxing gym, because the only way you're going to be able to find people to fight and to actually get up to fighting ability is by training with the people who do that on, you know, regular occasions. And there are lots of boxing gyms around the country, and I'm sure it's the same in the US and Australia as well. Boxing is thankfully becoming a lot more popular, even with women, which I absolutely love. So if you're looking for something like that, just check out the local boxing gyms. If you want to give it a go without committing to a particular gym, there are also boxing classes at, I think, well, the majority of chains of gyms, and then also specialist boutique boxing classes that you can get in London and various other places around the country. I hope that's helpful. It is obviously not a cheap sport. It's not crazy expensive. It's not like playing polo or something, but you know, you have to commit to buying the equipment, you have to commit to turning up to training sessions, getting a membership, all that kind of stuff. But it is quite easy to kind of give it a go and see whether or not you like it relatively cheaply. And if you do like it, you can actually get into it later in life. Like, it's not something that you need to be 8 years old, like gymnastics or whatever. Like, if you're 8, you are old. Same with a lot of other sports. It is something that a lot of people get into later in life. Like Lauren said that she started boxing, I think, when she was 16 or 17. I mean, obviously she comes from a very sporty background, but it is possible to start it up. So if you are thinking of giving it a go, definitely do try it. I would thoroughly recommend, even if it's just for fitness or mental health or whatever it is, definitely give it a go. I hope you enjoyed that video. I'm bloody nervous for my fight, obviously, which will have already been by the time this video comes out, but yeah, gonna need all the luck that I can get. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!